All right, winter. It's coming whether we like it or not. So I'm going to share with you a few winter tips that I've learned in the short 4.5 years I've been driving truck. First thing is fluids. Washer fluid, you want to make sure that that normal washer fluid you put in over the summer is replaced with some sort of de-icing washer fluid. Diesel fuel will gel up in the winter and that'll wreak all kinds of havoc on your truck, so you want to make sure that you're using some sort of diesel treat, which you can buy at any truck stop, and just follow the instructions on the bottle as to how much to put in per fill up. And the third thing is DEF. DEF you don't really have to think about too much, but just make sure you don't top that tank off all the way, because that DEF pump is designed to pull the DEF back out of the lines where it can freeze back into the tank. And if that tank is full, that DEF will get stuck in the pump and that can freeze in the pump and crack, and then that pump repair can be kind of costly. Make sure you have some sort of tire traction chains, or we are provided with tire socks, and just know how to use them. That's really important. The other thing about tires is if you're leaving a truck stop, always do an S maneuver and check in the back and make sure all those tires are rolling, because if one of them's not rolling, that means your brakes are froze up and you need to take care of that right away. One thing you can do to try to keep your brakes from freezing up is when you're parking for the night, release your trailer brake, but make sure your tractor brake is still set. You always need a brake set. But if you keep that trailer brake released, it's less likely to freeze up on you. If it does freeze up, you can rock the truck back and forth in the morning to try to break that free, or you can go back underneath the trailer if you're parked in a safe place and just very gently tap around the brake drum to try to break that frozen brake drum loose. So that's a tip. Another thing you can do when you're parking for the night is you can roll your truck forward and back about 3 to 4 feet, about 3 to 4 times. And what you're doing is you're cooling off the tires, because after you've been driving all day on the road, the tires heat up. And then you stop on snow, and the snow underneath the tires melts, and then it refreezes and creates these nice little icy divots that your tires will just spin in the morning when you try to go. That's happened to me before, and it's not fun. One way you can get out of that is to always carry some kitty litter in your truck. And 1 scoopful of kitty litter under each tire in the front and back of the tire, and then just slowly roll out of it. That can get you out of that situation too. That can be really frustrating. And then as far as just general safety on the road, make sure you have some sort of ice scraper that you can use to get your windows and mirrors with, to get the ice off of there so you can see, get some traction for your shoes. Our safety department provides us with this cool like slip-on traction thing for our shoes, so truck stop parking lots oftentimes get very, very slippery, and that's really nice to have if you have to walk back and forth to the truck stop. CB radios are really nice in the wintertime. If visibility is really low, traffic coming from the other direction will oftentimes let drivers know that there's a backup or something up ahead, and you can kind of slow down and be prepared for that coming up. Let's see what else. Planning. I guess one of the biggest things is just to plan. When you're doing your normal trip planning, see about where you're going to be and when, see what the weather's looking like. If you know a really big storm is coming in, you can plan. You can leave earlier, or you can maybe find a route around the storm, or just kind of knowing that it's coming, you can kind of be prepared for it mentally for that reason. So that's kind of important, planning. And drive slower. Just slow down. If the weather's getting poor, you're getting nervous, just slow down. Leave a lot more space between you and the vehicle in front of you, because stopping can take a lot longer. Be very careful when you're getting off the highway and you're taking an off-ramp, because a lot of times the road might be treated and the off-ramps aren't yet, and they can be really slippery, and oftentimes they're on curves. So you want to take those really slow and be very careful. So I think I hit most of the things I can think of just off the top of my head. I'm sure I've missed a bunch. So leave them in the comments if you think of something, and let's get a discussion going. Let's help each other out here, because there's never a shortage of tips, especially when it comes to being safe out there. So the biggest thing is slow down, take your time, and if at any time you feel uncomfortable, or you're really stressed out, or it just doesn't feel right, just stop, shut the truck down. You're the one driving it, you're the one in control. It's important to know where that line is when you need to stop. So yeah, let's all be safe out there and have a great winter, and I'll see y'all down the road.